Mobile games where you're a detective. Well, in this type, you don't need any special power, sword, SMG, or any kind of weapon. You just need your brain and a little bit of detective skill. These games are all about thinking smart, finding clues, and solving cases one step at a time. So, let's get started with the top 10 mobile games where you play as a detective.
Some nights are just pitch black, without stars, and without sleep.
Starting with number 10, we have White Knight, a survival horror and puzzle adventure game inspired by classics like Alone in the Dark and styled after old film noir movies. The story takes place in a creepy old mansion in 1930s America. You play as a man who crashes his car in the forest and takes shelter in the Vesper Mansion, only to realize it hides a dark past. The main mechanic is simple but tense. Light means life. You use matches and lamps to move through the dark, solve puzzles, and stay safe from ghostly apparitions. The black and white art style makes everything feel even more eerie. Now, the controls in this game is not that great. You might need to get used to the controls. I'd say they're just decent, and most of the negative reviews about this game come from control issues. The detective part comes from exploring the mansion, finding clues, and uncovering what really happened there. It's slow, spooky, and full of atmosphere. And yes, it's got a few good unexpected jump scares too. At number 9, we have Labyrinth City: Pierre the Maze Detective, a recent mobile port of the popular puzzle adventure based on the hit children's book series by IC4 Design. This game feels like a living, hand-drawn maze book. Every level is full of colorful details, tiny animations, and hundreds of little characters. You play as Pierre, a detective chasing Mr. X, a thief who's stolen the Maze Stone, an item that can turn everything into a giant labyrinth. The controls are simple, just tap where you want Pierre to go. Each level is a big maze-like city where you follow Mr. X's trail, finding clues and talking to people who guide you to the next step. The world is packed with fun interactions. You can tap on almost everything to trigger short animations or uncover hidden paths. The detective side comes from spotting small details, finding hidden objects, and solving mini puzzles along the way. Overall, it's a charming puzzle game with beautiful visuals, simple controls, and a free trial worth checking out. You play as Greg, whose girlfriend vanishes in a flash of light, and when he wakes up, no one even remembers she existed. Your goal is to prove she was real and uncover what really happened, leading you into a world of secrets, advanced tech, and strange conspiracies. The gameplay is classic point-and-click. Explore 3D environments, collect items, talk to people, and solve puzzles. The game is a bit slow-paced, and yeah, you might feel it at times since most games today move much faster, but it actually makes sense here. The slower pacing fits the mystery, giving you time to think, explore, and really get pulled into its story. You'll examine every object, combine items to solve problems, and use dialogue choices to gather clues. Greg's an engineer, so you'll also use devices to dig into digital evidence and uncover the truth. There are even mini-games like logic puzzles and riddles mixed in. It's a good game overall, but if your attention span is cooked, you can skip this one. Coming up next is Jekyll and Hyde, a visual novel and point-and-click adventure set in dark 19th century London. It's a fresh take on the classic story, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, told mostly through the eyes of Gabriel John Utterson, a lawyer investigating the strange and violent actions of Mr. Hyde. The game has a gloomy, hand-drawn art style that perfectly fits its gothic tone. You'll explore different parts of London, talk to characters, and collect clues to uncover the truth behind Jekyll and Hyde's connection. It focuses more on story and investigation rather than heavy puzzles, making it more about following the mystery and piecing things together through dialogue and exploration. The game has positive reviews, and hey, you can finish the full story for free by watching ads or buy the full version to unlock everything instantly.
The truth. The truth is an ugly mistress. But I ain't no ugly duckling.
Up next is Duck Detective: The Secret Salami and its upcoming sequel, Duck Detective: The Ghost of Glamping. Now, this one is honestly a really entertaining game. You play as Eugene McQuacklin, the Duck Detective, a broke, recently divorced, bread-loving investigator. What starts as a simple lunch theft at the Bearbus office quickly turns into a funny and surprising office mystery full of twists. The game has a cozy noir style with fully voiced characters, and yes, they're all talking animals. The main gameplay is about gathering clues and making deductions in your notebook to solve each part of the case and move the story forward. The sequel, Ghost Glamping, continues the same cozy mystery vibe, but with a new case, new characters, and a new partner. It's set to release on iOS and Android on November 27th, 2025, and like the first one, it'll be free to start with a one-time purchase to unlock the full game. Tiny Room Stories is primarily an escape room and classic quest hybrid presented as a detective mystery. You play as a private detective who gets a strange letter from his father asking for help. When you reach the town of Redcliffe, it's completely empty. Everyone's gone. Your job is to find out what happened to your father and uncover the mystery behind the abandoned town. The game has a clean, low-poly 3D style and is split into chapters, each one set in a new location like a house, bank, or church. Each area is packed with puzzles that you need to solve to move forward. A cool feature here is the 3D rotation. You can rotate the room by 90 degrees to find hidden clues or objects behind walls and furniture. The detective work is all about observing carefully, collecting items, and solving logic puzzles. It's got great reviews, and if you enjoy escape room style games, you really can't go wrong with this one. Up next is Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, and I really enjoyed this one. It has a very unique concept, but it's expensive for a mobile game, around $30 with a free trial. If you can't afford it, you might want to skip this one. You play as Sizzle, a ghost who was just murdered and has until sunrise to solve his own death before his soul disappears. The story takes place over one night and mixes mystery, humor, and clever puzzles. As a ghost, you can switch into the ghost world, possess objects to perform tricks like ringing bells or opening doors, and even rewind time 4 minutes before someone's death to try and save them. The detective part is all about watching how events unfold and changing the outcome using precise timing. You can also travel between phones using the Ghost Phone system, which acts as fast travel. Overall, it's a clever and fun detective game with a great story, just expensive. A detective adventure game where you play as Jenny, a sharp and curious young investigator living in the quiet town of Arthurton. Her normal life of solving small-town mysteries takes a dark turn when her mother is accused of murder. Determined to prove her innocence, Jenny dives into a bigger mystery that uncovers a deep conspiracy hiding in the town. What makes this game unique is its story within a story concept. The entire narrative is being written by Arthur K. Finkelstein, the author of Jenny's books, who often changes the story himself to make it more dramatic. Sometimes his choices even affect Jenny's fate. Gameplay mixes point-and-click exploration, puzzle solving, and deduction scenes. You inspect environments, find hidden clues using a magnifying glass, and read people's emotions during conversations. Once you collect clues, you piece them together to form logical deductions and move the investigation forward. It's beautifully hand-drawn, full of personality, and the choices you make actually shape Jenny's character. Overall, it's a clever, charming mystery game that's totally worth a few bucks. Number 2 is Tangle Tower, a murder mystery game developed by SFB Games. And it's actually a sequel to Detective Grimoire. You play as Detective Grimoire and his sarcastic but clever partner Sally, as they're called to this strange mansion known as Tangle Tower to investigate the murder of an artist named Freya Fellow. The main suspect seems to be a painted figure in Freya's own artwork, holding a knife covered in real blood. Yeah, that's as strange as it sounds. The game has a charming cartoon art style, smooth animations, and excellent voice acting that brings every eccentric character to life. It's a point-and-click mystery, so you'll be exploring rooms, collecting clues, solving creative puzzles, and connecting details to move forward. The best part is the interrogation system, where you use the clues you've gathered to challenge suspects and expose contradictions in their stories. It's not fast-paced. If you like clever stories and fun puzzles without too many problems, you can consider playing this one. And finally, at number 1, we've got the Professor Layton series, one of the most loved and successful puzzle adventure franchises ever made. You play as Professor Layton, a calm and clever archaeologist, and his apprentice Luke, as they travel to strange towns to solve mysterious cases. The games mix detective storytelling with tons of unique brain teasers, over 100 in each title. Every puzzle you solve brings you one step closer to uncovering the truth behind each big mystery. Whether it's about a golden apple, a strange time machine, or a hidden village. Unlike Tangle Tower, where clues are evidence to be argued, in Layton, clues are usually plot-relevant notes, maps, or devices that you gain after solving a puzzle. You'll explore beautiful storybook-style locations, talk to quirky characters, and collect hint coins to help with tough puzzles. The final reveal in every game feels like a proper detective payoff, where Layton connects every clue in a brilliant deduction scene. In short, you don't solve the mystery with the puzzles, you solve the puzzles to unlock the mystery. It's truly a masterpiece in the detective genre, one you just can't go wrong with. So I purposely didn't include some other amazing detective games. If this video does well, I'll definitely make a part 2. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 10K as fast as possible, and I really need your help. Don't forget to like, share, and I'll see you in the next one.